All right. I'm happy to give you some feedback. I'd probably move this to one line. Um, yeah, just maybe right justify this part, and left justify this part. So put the website link over here and the volume number over here. I might introduce stripes as well because you use stripes as your a theme element. Normally, we try to introduce the theme and the colors in the cover. I really like your little V thing. Um, that's a fun element that you've used really well throughout the book. Good job. Do know that these should be indented just by two M's here and here. So if this is 10 point type, two M's would equal one pica 8, one P8. If it's 9 point type, it would be one P6. You can set that up in your paragraph styles. And you probably do need, ideally, a stepping stone. So give me a drop cap or give me the first line in bold or twice the size normal. Oh, and I turn off hyphenation too. You got a couple hyphenation, and you could turn that off in your paragraph styles if you go to hyphenation. Okay, that's a really big pull quote. So you go from here to here to here. So it makes it state of the art seem a little bit small. So I'm almost tempted to make it bigger, state of the art bigger, and this a little bit smaller, and then give it a stepping stone. Yeah, we've covered how to make that into grayscale. So we talked about that. I like your use of the rules here. Good job. Rules are lines, stripes. Watch out for widows. Just add another word that wouldn't change the meaning of the sentence, and you can get rid of that. I'm glad you're indenting these, but they're too deep. They're half inch, so they should really go back to 1M. Um, Interesting. These, I would probably make one, if I'm going to use 2 pages for this, a full spread, I'd probably make one of these a little bit more important. So let's say we choose this one as the more important one. Then let's just put these three, 1, 2, and 3. And then this one will triple the size of the title, and it'll go across here. And then we'll double the size of the text, or maybe triple, and it'll be here. And we'd give this one a stepping stone, and the rest would follow after that. So that's an idea. Um, Here, I think we could do that by lifting up the board of trustees' first line, our first set of pictures and titles right there. I'd leave a little gap of gray, and you might have to move this V so it's perfectly nestled in between those two so we're not overlapping anyone's face. And then you could put this one underneath here, and I think that would work. And then you could probably take this MI out and about with MI Arts and put that right there. To make these two distinctly different, I would probably divide the page right there and then make this whole background light gray. And I'd have the dark gray stop at the border fold and let the stripes go across, of burgundy go across. And then, then I put this guy right there. Okay, so that's an idea. Um, this one kind of needs more of a stronger title. I'd probably put it in the burgundy. I'd put it across and put it larger, maybe in this typeface. Yeah, that's a whole spread for a holiday party. Know that that's certainly doable, but you don't have to use that much space for it. Um, Glad you used the correct artwork for this. It looks a little big, and it looks a little unassociated. It's kind of like clumped right there. So I would find a way to like put it right here and make it alignment with this, or maybe alignment with the bottom. So somehow this is more associated with that article. This looks great, except a little hard to read that. So you may want to lift it above and make it bigger. That is the title, the MI Arts Beneficiary Grant Breakdown. And then I'd probably increase the size of the gap between the gray edge of the box and the type by just notching it over. So either push the gray over this way or the type over this way. Indent here would be good. It's really strange that this is all blank, so I'd move this text over here, and then I'd move this page over there, and that would force this over here. But that's good news because you've marked this 20, but it's actually 21, and that's because the cover counts. So you need this to end at 20, not 21. So this either could be its own page, or it could be side by side with this. And that would help. That would solve one of the dilemmas of like that page, etc. Okay, now I'm going to jump over, and I know you asked specific questions, and I don't think I answered them. So let me just see where you're at here. Which ones were you asking for? Okay, we talked about switching the photo. We talked about using Command L to change the lightness and darkness. Let's see, we've got... Okay, I gave you a suggestion on the Board of Trustees page. What size font? Okay, we talked about that 6-point. And Jared's face be placed so it won't be cut off. Oh, okay, great question. Let's go back to that. Well, what you don't want is these two opposite of each other. So let's say you put the pledge form right here. Then if we go one page earlier and you put Jared right here, and then if I cut out the pledge form, I'd be cutting them up. So right now you're not cutting them up, but I'm encouraging you to move it over here. If you are going to include both on the same page, you might want to say MI Arts pledge form so people don't associate the pledge for like raising money for a funeral or something. But okay, I think I answered all those questions. If there's anything else, let me know. Thank you very much.